FNATIC. Please use the Zoom hand raise function if you'd like to ask a question, and then we'll call on you. Would anyone like to go first? Let's start with Kobe from Upcomer.
Sure. Congrats on the win, guys. Start off simple. Question for anyone. How are you feeling right now?
Go ahead, Donovan.
Feels amazing. We came here with something to prove, and I think we're proving it one game at a time. There's a lot of doubters out there of the Xset brand, but we're here to show them that it's time to turn that around.
Thank you.
Wow. Any other questions from remote media for Xset? Alec, would you like to go next, or are you good?
There is a question in chat.
Oh, I see it. There we go. My question is for Saikon. First of all, congratulations for the victory, and I want to ask, how do you feel with the fans on stage? Do you think that adversity motivates you and the team to impose your play style?
Oh, absolutely. Rory and I had a chat with the team beforehand and said, look, like there's a Turkish player on their team. We're not going to be the favorites here. The crowd, it's an EMEA crowd. It's a Turkish player on the stage, and we're not going to get a lot of cheers, but let's just use that as motivation and energy to really bring this home. We said, look, let's go out here and show these guys so that next time they see Xset, they're going to say, oh man, I was in the crowd when they 2-0'd FNATIC. And that's exactly what we did.
We're used to it at this point.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, even at home, we get it, like these big brands like TSM and 100 Thieves, they got all their little fans, messaging us and hyping their team up. But, we like being the underdogs. We like playing from behind. We like using that energy we have something to prove always, and we're ready to prove it, and we love proving it, and we love going in the face of what people expect and using that adversity to our advantage.
Do we get booed online?
They would.
I'm sure we get booed online. They're sitting at home going, boo.
We love the fans, the Turkish fans especially. Seems like they're emotionally, really emotional in a good way. But we said today, let's make them hate us, and they did.
Yeah, we don't dislike the Turkish crowd. It's all a show, right? Like, we're here to give you, I'm here to give you that villain that you want to boo, and I'm totally fine with it. I'm not going to lose any sleep at night about it. At the end of the day, I hope that they enjoyed the show, and it was a good game for them, and they enjoyed their time here.
The next question is from Sons of Chaos Latam. Congratulations on your win, and for whoever would like to answer. The last time we talked was about the performance of America in the region, but I was hearing that they are like the villains. How do you take that nickname? Similar question to what was just asked, but if anybody wants to add any thoughts.
We got nicknamed the villains, didn't we?
NA as a region, I think.
Oh, okay. NA as a region. Okay, that makes sense.
I think it's probably because we talk a lot. Like, in a lot of the NA fan base have a lot of following. So I think anytime that they say something, they're instantly getting hate, or someone doesn't agree with their take or anything along those lines. We just have so much following in the region, I think, right now, and especially the teams that we're bringing to the region. Like, everyone in every org in the game right now in NA is really popping. So, man, we got to be very careful. There's a lot of more eyes on us, I think.
This next question is for CryoCells. It's from Brandon at Run It Back. You had 13 rounds with multiple kills against FNATIC, with the majority of them coming on Pearl. What about your skill set and the way the game unfolded helped you take advantage of those situations? Where you were able to walk away with 2, 3, or 4 kills? Sorry.
Just giving them different looks every round, and especially on the first map on Pearl, just giving them different looks and like switching out positions and just playing with confidence basically is kind of my strong suit. So.
God, you're so hot.
So hot.
They call him Mr. 4K.
Yeah, for a reason. Exactly.
You are trash.
Come on.
Yeah. ACS that series.
This next question is for Def from Ian from Valoranting. Through Champions so far, what has Xset the organization done to support you?
Oh, tough question. I mean, our support cast has just been amazing here. We haven't had to worry about a single thing. Xset.org, we love what they do. Just a huge amount of support the entire way through the tournament. So the only thing that we have to focus on is play the games and win them. So yeah, I just think us coming here as one of the top NA teams now, and we want to solidify ourselves here and say, hey, we're going to be at most of these tournaments.
We'll go next to Alec from VLR.
So NA was on top all the way today. So it means your next match will be in the upper bracket against Optic. How do you feel about facing them again?
Really excited to face Optic. You know, we've never gotten to play them before, so. No, I mean, you know, I'm sure they feel the same way. It's kind of like, you know, these guys again, right? But, you know, we know what to expect from them. They know what to expect from us. So it's just gonna be a matter of spicing things up and seeing who can come out on top.
Thank you. Alec, did you have another question? Nope, I see your hand going down. I think that is it from the remote media. Would anyone on site like to ask any questions?
Declan from Dexerto. My question's for Psycho. So Sean Garris said in an interview a couple days ago that he could see a world where we don't really need like flash agents for certain or for pretty much any comp because of like power creep and how agents that come out will have abilities that can clear corners without flashes. Just wondering if you kind of agree with that sentiment.
Maybe one day, but not today. I think that, you know, Fate in particular, you know, is really hard to run without a flash agent. Great utility, but really only when comboed with flashes. So, you know, maybe there is a time, you know, later on where flashes aren't necessary, but I don't think that's going to be anytime soon. I think the flash meta is still going to dominate, and there's very few maps right now where any teams are running no flasher.
Good luck taking down cryo cells with no flashes, guys.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoy that.
Yeah, maybe when Chamber gets nerfed into the ground, then we'll see.
I can't wait.
Thank you.
Hello guys, Aikut from Upcomer. First, I have two questions. First one is to Cryo. Have you seen the hardcore Cryo fan out there on the stage with the, you know, sign and all?
I have not.
Well.
There's a hardcore fan.
Yeah, I mean, I
See
think
those
they were,
pictures?
yeah.
Is it on Twitter?
I wish I would have taken a photo of it. Nice. And my second question is to all of you. You've been here for 2 weeks now, I think. What do you think about Istanbul? You know, as a city to play Valorant in?
I think Istanbul's a phenomenal city. Whenever we have time, we go out to get lunch at different places. The food, the service, you know, the hospitality of the people has been amazing. But it's, you know, I would be lying if I thought the Istanbul rank server is good. I mean, NA is not that much better, but I mean, I think I can speak on behalf of everyone that everyone loves Istanbul. You know, what Riot has done. You know, the hotel, the area that we're in. What's that restaurant we go to every day?
Maybe you shouldn't say that. Shouldn't say that.
But yeah, we have, you know, good American food here. We also have great Turkish food we try all the time. It's really, really good, man. Like, I couldn't have asked for a better host city for a world championship.
It's a whole different world here. The one thing I will say though is every time we get in a cab, I fear for my life.
Yeah, the driving here is quite intense.
It's like a video game.
You ever seen Crazy Taxi?
Yeah, that's how I feel.
We're living that every time.
Yeah, I also love that restaurant. That's a very good place. And good luck with cabs next time. And thank you.
Thank you.
Are there any more questions for XSET? Thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today. This will conclude the final press conference. FNATIC, please use the Zoom hand raise function if you'd like to ask a question, and then we'll tap on you. Let's begin with Kobe from Upcomer.
Hi guys, this question's for anyone who wants it. I just wanted to ask about your competition. Is this the XSET you guys expected? Did they exceed your expectations, or did they do anything that really caught you off guard?
I think they've been looking really good this tournament. We know what their win conditions are, like the strengths in the team. Cryo cells being one of them today. I think that Copenhagen, they kind of underperformed, and it seems like this event, they're like, I wouldn't say overperforming, but like we haven't seen them perform this well before, I guess. So yeah, I mean, like, it's not like we underestimated them. We knew how good they could be. Just a few sloppy things today, maybe some mistakes by me and Jake on Pro, but yeah, it is what it is.
Thank you.
Let's go next to Brandon from Run It Back.
Thank you. So that leads me into my question for you, Coach Mini, regarding Pearl. You know, lost both opportunities here at Champion so far against NA teams. Do you think there's just kind of a difference in the regions, or what kind of tweaks do you think you might have to make your Pearl more successful?
I think part of it is just playing like we do in scrims to a degree. Like we do have things that we can do that I feel like don't put us in these situations, but at the same time, it's a bit of both. Like I feel like we don't have maybe the strongest theory, but at the same time, the strongest is not, we're not executing right either. So it's like a bit of both. And then unfortunately, it just looks like we're just not as good as NA on Pearl, but like that's probably not true. It's just like execution isn't there as well as some of the theory things. It feels like we had a rough attack side in both those games. And we kind of, I feel like if we go away and review again, like we'll be like, oh, Jesus, like we could have just done this and it'd be fine. You know what I mean? So yeah.
We'll go next to Alec from VLR.
Hey guys, we saw immediately once you walked out that the crowd was fully behind you. So I just want to get your feelings on what it was like playing like that. And I suppose anyone can answer, but Alpha, I think, should go first.
It was good. We lost, but it's okay. We have a match tomorrow, and Weavers is hyping me a lot of and team. So we're gonna be strong tomorrow.
How did it feel?
I'm feeling good because of this.
No, how did it feel with the crowd?
It's good.
We'll go next to a question from the chat. This is from Armando Montes from Prensa Esports. My question is for anyone who wants to answer. At the moment, the 3 EMEA teams are in the lower bracket. What do you think is the reason for these results? Is there a difference between NA and Europe in question of level, or just bad luck?
I think it's like, it's like, I wonder if NA had to answer these questions every single time that we beat them. You know,
they did.
Like, like it's just Valorant's a tight game with good teams. You know, like we win some pistols against 100 Thieves in that first match, and we win that game. You know what I mean? Like it's just the margins are so thin between these teams that like, and then we don't get to play each other that much. There's few tournaments, so it's like narratives are sprung from like whatever happens in that tournament. You know what I mean? Like 1 minute a narrative about our team is that we're like this, and then another minute it's like that, and it's just like it's crazy that like we know what the narrative is because like we were here day in day out. But like yeah, these like it is gonna happen, but like yeah, it's just the teams are close. You know what I mean? A few 2 losses to NA or a few losses to NA doesn't mean EU's not rubbish or anything. You know what I mean?
We'll go next to Mustafa from Esports Gazetesi.
Selamlar, sorum Alfajer'e. Öncelikle yenilgin için üzgünüm. Seyirciler karşısında oynadığın ilk maç senin performansında bir düşüşe neden oldu mu? Ayrıca yarın Liquid ile oynayacaksınız. Bu EMEA derbisi hakkında ne düşünüyorsun?
Ya seyircilerle oynamak beni aslında düşürmedi. Tam tersi hype'ladı ama bugün bir tık unlucky'ydi ya. Oynadığımız oyunlarda yani hatalı oynadık. Yani bu hataları bugün fixleriz. Liquid ile olan maçımızda hatalarımızı fixlersek yenebileceğimizi düşünüyorum.
Başarılar, teşekkürler.
Thank you. Are there any more questions from remote media? If not, we'll move to the media in-house. Great. Who would like to go first?
Hello guys, Aykut from Upcomer. My question is to anyone but Alpha. Even though you're not, a Turkish team, the community here has embraced you like a local team, as you've seen from the wildcard. How does it feel to have the home crowd buff in not a home country?
It's the best feeling. It's just too good. Every kill, we feel the ground trembling under us. It's so nice. Like, I enjoy it. I think all of us, we enjoy it so much. Like, yeah, if you guys have any feelings to share, but honestly, like every round that we win, so we don't hear everything so much as you might think. We don't really hear it, but we can feel it, like the noise, the vibrations, we hear everything that way. And then we can see around us and we can feel the energy, and it's so nice. So I hope we play as many games as possible here to have that feeling again and again until the grand finals.
That's beautiful, man. Thank you.
This one's from Minnie. Shangaris did an interview about, I think 3 days ago, where he said that he could see a world where we won't really need like flash agents in Valorant anymore, as we get agents with abilities that can clear angles pretty clearly without them. I was just wondering if you agree with that sentiment.
Sorry, in the future, as in like right now?
No, as more agents come out.
Yeah, I mean, like if agents continue to have basically it's just initiation tools. Like if you have loads more info initiator tools like Sober Drone or Prowlers, then flashes become less like 100% necessary. But at the same time, like a flash is still pretty good sometimes to get you out of trouble. So like I think that their line of thinking is going down, like thinking about Sage comps quite a lot. And I'm not too sure about that line of reasoning, but in terms of like double initiators without flashes, I think that can be good. Like we see on Ascent sometimes Sova and Fade with no flashes is really good. But I would disagree if he's thinking about it in lines of like Sages.
Thank you.
We had one more come in from the chat. This is from Ian St. Lawrence. This is a question for Boaster. What do you see the strengths of Brimstone on Fracture rather than Sage?
Brimstone for Sage. Well, Brimstone's the controller. Sage is the sentinel with the wall. So I'm gonna say that the reason why you'd run Brimstone is for the kind of extremely burst kind of explosive strats where you set up and you just I'm smoking and we go stim beacon out and here we go and hold W. I think Sage is pretty good on Fracture for still doing that, but the difference I guess is obviously Sage will still need a smoker, so you can go Omen, Brim, Astra even if you wanted to, but Sage is just for kind of like you hit the mains and you just wall up, and that gives you the space in order to kind of, if enemy teams are using utility on you, you can get out more safely. So I think that's it. Brim for the 3 smokes, a lot better Ferrari A main kind of strats, and Sage is just good safety with the ball. Yeah, I'll go with that.
Thank you. Are there any more questions for FNATIC? FNATIC, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us today.